Players always say, oh, I want to play like LeBron from the right-hand side, but he is not a traditional right court player. So in this video, we're going to tell you what you should be doing from this side. Hi guys, Sandy from the Paddle School here. So many players ask us what they should be doing from the right-hand side of the court. So in this video, we're going to talk about what players do wrong from this side of the court, but also what they should be doing from here to be as effective as possible. So to begin with, we'll talk about the back of the court. From the back of the court, it's quite similar from the left side to the right side. Obviously, the only difference is if you're a right-hander, then you're using your forehand off this side glass. So the return of serve would be your forehand side off the side glass, and often that ball that you would play down the middle, whether you're going to hit a lob or hit to the feet or hit fast, would be your backhand. Now, if you are a left-hander, you should be playing on the right-hand side, and this goes even for beginners. Many beginners left-handed say to me, oh, well, I really struggle with my backhand, you know, off that side glass with the return. But it's worth you practicing and persevering with that, because it's more important that you're on this side of the court, because then you've got your bandejas and smashes down the center of the court here. So a left-hander, make sure that you're on this side of the court. And if you're a right-hander, you will just basically play your normal patient paddle from the back of the court, and just be aware that that side glass and off the fence and this side of the court will be with your forehand, and obviously down the middle you're going to have to be practicing that backhand. Some of the bigger changes occur at net. Now we're going to talk about the tactical side after this, but at net you will have a different selection of shots, particularly when we're talking about the overheads. If you're on the right hand side, you've got to think that the majority of the lobs are going to come over your left shoulder, you know, and you're hitting to the closed side of the court. So you're going to use more of the gancho, the bandeja, particularly the higher bandeja, where you're going to play close across your body into the opposite diagonal right-hand side of the court. You're going to use less vibras, because the shot for you to use a vibra is very small on this side of the court. So unless that lob comes down the line, you're not really going to use this shot a great deal. But you are going to use a lot of this bandeja with a high contact point closer to the body, hitting across like this. You will also use a lot of the gancho shot, which comes over your left shoulder. And in this position, again, most of the time you'll play that cross court down into the fence or to the side glass to force your opponents back. Probably the biggest difference from players on the right hand side to the left hand side is the tactical element and the objective in the game. Now this is really important to understand this from the right hand side, and we're going to assume you're right handed at this point, because if you're left handed, then you would have the same as a right hander from the left side of the court, if that makes sense. So you have all of the attacking smashes down the middle, and therefore your game will change. But for right handers on the right hand side of the court, you want to be more sensible, more consistent, almost the strategist of your pair. Your job is to set up an easy ball for your opponent's attack. Like we've just said, it's difficult to hit lots of aggressive smashes from the right-hand side of the court. It's much easier from the left-hand side of the court. So that's why it's their job to be a little bit more aggressive. And so for you, it's more about trying to hit, you know, these angled bandejas or ganchos in off the side glass, force your opponent, you know, back into those corners, control space on your opponent's side of the court, forcing an easy ball. And if you do that correctly, then that will set up an easy ball for your partner, and they can be the ones who will finish the point. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be aggressive from the right-hand side of the court. If you set up an easy ball and you know that you can finish, be aggressive, finish that point. And some really good examples to look at the World Padel Tour level for right court players might be Martin Dineno, fantastic player from the right hand side, Mati Diaz, Alejandra Salazar. They all play really good right court strategic paddle. You also have a couple that are extremely talented, like someone like Sanyo, for example, also plays amazing right court side, but he should really come with a kind of do not try this at home, because he's obviously so talented and he can create shots that are almost impossible to copy. Another one is LeBron. He plays a typical left court style game, but on the right hand side, and he's got so much flexibility in his back and such an aggressive smash from the right hand side that's again something that you wouldn't try and copy that in your games, because it is more of a left court style play. Now we get asked by a lot of players that say, right, well, I've played on both sides, I play on the left, I really love playing on the left hand side of the court and I play really aggressive from that side, but their game is actually probably more of a right court game. They find, you know, the aggressive topspin and vibras difficult from that side. But when they come to the right hand side of the court, they feel a little bit trapped and they want to, you know, be super aggressive from this side. But the problem is that you end up letting your teammate down if you are constantly going for aggressive shots from this side and either making mistakes or setting the ball up for your partner. So if you do decide to play on this side, it is worth adapting to that nice, consistent, strategic style of the right court player so that you can actually, you know, win the points and help set your partner up, yeah? Because you've got to consider that you're a team. Now, on this side, I'm going to put a video about how you can be a better teammate, what you can do on the court and off the court to help them also improve their game, but also work together and play your best paddle.